Hi guys, how you guys doing? So I wanted to talk about manifestation and I wanted to talk about the human mind and how wild it is when you realize that you decide what realm of thought you're in. So you decide what you attract to yourself. Okay? You decide if you're in your higher self or your lower self. We have high vibrational, we have low vibrational. Low vibrational is staying in the same place, being sad, depressed, stressed, always complaining, always having bad thoughts. Your inner voice is negative. Your inner child is a crybaby. Your heart is always feeling hurt and abused and beat down. And you're always talking about, unaliving yourselves and things of that nature. You just cannot think positively. You have anxiety, stress, depression, all of that. That would be classified as low vibrational. You don't work out, you eat extremely sloppy and unhealthy. That would be classified as low vibrational. I would say most people are in the middle. I call it mid vibrational, where they're kind of switching back from the two. And of course, high vibrational is you work out, you're positive. Even when a situation goes left and goes wrong, you know how to turn it into a positive and create a positive outcome out of a negative situation. You're always looking at the brighter sides of things. You're always being positive. You're not letting your past traumas, your past situations that you went through affect your present. And you're not letting your fake made up thoughts of what the future might hold affect your presence, because that's a problem that we do as individuals is we let our past define our present and we let our future define our present, and that's where we mess up, because you're supposed to stay in the present moment. You're not supposed to allow your subconscious to constantly be making up these fake future scenarios that are negative, that might not even happen. You don't want to manifest negative situations and negative outcomes when it comes to thinking of what you believe might happen in the future. And the past doesn't matter because you can't go backwards, so there's no point in dwelling in the past. And you decide who you are as an individual, meaning you decide if you're a nerd. You decide if you men are always talking about how they can't get women, they're always sitting there depressed all day. You decide if you're like that. For example, my experiences with women are very positive because I've had pretty women, but I also believe I can get them. It's all a belief system, and you constantly either manifest negativity or you manifest positivity. And we are always conscious that come out of your mouth is a manifestation. You're basically making little wishes every time you talk. So if everything that comes out of your mouth is negative, you're basically making negative wishes. Pretty much. If you're like, man, today's gonna be a horrible day. I hate today. Oh, today's Monday. Blah blah blah. And this is kind of my well, I'm not gonna say who it is, but this is a problem somebody I know has, where he is always saying negative stuff, and then of course there's always these negative outcomes constantly happening around him, and I can feel his negative energy field. He's a good dude, but the energy field around him is really negative. All he does is complain, and he has anger issues, and that messes up his life. It literally messes up your life, because what you believe is what happens. But see, when you use manifestation the correct way, which the correct way is to manifest exactly what you want, it needs to be precise, it needs to be extremely detailed. I'm talking about, let's say you're manifesting wanting to meet a woman, and there's a difference between manifesting meeting a woman and manifesting a woman. Manifesting a woman will make you freaking dream about demons. Don't do that. You manifest meeting a woman, and I've tried it myself, and it's worked like 4 times in a row. I tried it with one of my younger homies. He's like 18. I literally manifested a woman for him, and she literally popped up like 2 days later. But I did it for myself. I manifested a black woman with a big giant booty, and she literally popped up like 3 to 4 days later. It was like I believe it was a Monday. I manifested, and I met her on a Friday. So when you send that stuff out to the universe, it's crazy, because what it does, for one, it opens up your eyes more. So you're looking around more. You're looking for what you're manifesting more. That's number one. Number two, it puts that out into the air, and then the outcomes will arise. It really happens. Because I'm telling you, I did it. I was like, man, I want a black woman with big booty. Literally a couple days later, I seen one at the freaking what was it? What was the place called? Dollar General. And I usually don't ever, the Dollar General by my house, I usually never see no pretty women there. But I said that, and literally a couple days later, I saw this beautiful black woman with a big butt, and I was just like, I haven't even seen any beautiful black women over here, and that just magically happened. That's how I knew that manifestation was real. That's how I knew it, because I was like, there's no, bro. I've been practicing it for years, but you have to say it with conviction, and you have to 100% believe it. You can't just say it, because the universe knows that you're just saying it, and it has to be precise. It has to be very specific, very detailed, very articulate. It needs to be like, you have to get extremely thorough and extremely detailed in what you're talking about for it to actually work. That's the thing. And you have to say it with conviction. You can't just be, oh, I wish I had a woman. That's not going to work. You know, and the universe is going to be like, a woman? Okay, so you're just going to see random women around. Like, you ain't going to see exactly what you want. You have to say it with conviction. You have to believe it. It has to be detailed. And you always have to show appreciation to the universe for bringing it to you before it even happens. It's a lot that goes into it. You know, it's not like super simple. There's actually 7 steps to it. And I wrote it on my door. Here, let me read the steps. So it's, number 1 is be specific. Like I said before, be very precise, specific, and detailed, and say it with conviction. Ask the universe. Trust the universe. You have to trust in the universe. Prepared to take inspired action, meaning you have to go out and actually talk to the woman. I use women as an example because it's easy to explain. And then you have to get prepared to receive it. And then you have to practice gratitude. It's that simple. And it literally works. A lot of people don't believe in it. That's why it doesn't work. Because people believe in the negative actions. So that's why it doesn't work. That's why it never works when you guys try to do it. Because you're like, you don't believe it. You don't say it with conviction. You don't say it with confidence. You don't say it with a sense of belief. And that's why it doesn't work. You're like, oh, this is lame. This is dumb. See, and you're just putting negative words in the air. That's why I don't even like saying those words I just said. But I'm just saying that as like an example. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, manifestation is, when I mean it's real, it has worked with getting the ladies so much. It's kind of crazy, bro. And it will overall day better. It actually gives you a sense of confidence, a sense of comfort. I noticed that it relaxes my emotions a lot. But of course, I'm also on semen retention, no fap. So it is what it is. But it literally helps tremendously. I highly recommend it. If you don't do it, that's cool, but I would still recommend that you do it because it's helped me personally. It is real. I 1,000% believe in it. But I hope you guys are having a good day. I just felt like talking about manifestation and spirituality. So you guys have a good one.